Hey everyone, let's start practicing C++. For now though, you'll have to read some information instead of writing code, so bear with me for a few lessons. In the theory lesson, I explained how the compilation process works and briefly covered the preprocessor, compiler, and linker. So your task for today is to look up that information online. You can use any resources and read as much as you want. The information you find online isn't required to understand my lessons. It's just extra material that might make things a bit easier to grasp later on. If you don't understand something you find, that's totally fine. Even if you don't understand any of it, also fine. The most important thing is that you understand what I explain in my lessons. So you got 4 tasks in front of you. Pause the video and try to complete them on your own by searching for the information online. Done? Alright, let's start with the first task. Read up on C++ in general so you have a better idea of what you're getting into. Open your browser, just type in C++ and open any website. You can check out a few if you're really curious. All the information you need for today's lesson can be found on Wikipedia, so here's a Wikipedia article on C++. This page explains that C++ is a general-purpose programming language used to build all kinds of software, from games to operating systems. It covers who created it, Bjorn Stroustrup, how it evolved from the C language into something more powerful, what features it has, for example, like object-oriented programming, templates, and low-level memory control, where it's commonly used, and how it has developed over time through different standards like C++11, C++17, and C++20 and 23. Moving on to the second task. Read about what a compiler is. Again, same thing here. This time, just type compiler into your browser and open a few sites. I'll be using Wikipedia. This page explains that a compiler is a program that translates code written in high-level programming language into a lower-level language, like machine code, so the computer can execute it, often going through several steps like analyzing, optimizing, and generating the final code, and much more. Moving on to the third task. Read about what a preprocessor is. Replace the word compiler with preprocessor and do the exact same thing. This page explains that a preprocessor is a tool that runs before the main compilation step and prepares your code by handling things like including files, defining macros, and conditional compilation, so the compiler receives the final processed version of the code and much more. And the last task. Read about what a linker is. I think you can guess what you do here. I found a Wikipedia article about it as well. This page explains that a linker is a program that takes separate pieces of compiled code, named object files and libraries, and combines them into a single executable program, resolving connections between different parts of the code and preparing it so it can run correctly and much more. And that's it for today's short practice session. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, you can support me in a few ways. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel with your friends, become a channel member if you're not one yet, to get access to all practical lessons, or send a one-time donation through the link in the description or via the YouTube Thanks feature. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.